it's your girl Tubby of the Nerdy Bird site. Thanks to theantidote.com, I get to sit down and kick it with my boy L Franchise from right here. You guys, we're gonna actually get to kick the real. We're not just gonna talk music, we're actually gonna talk about real life situations and events that actually affect us.
Right.
So we're gonna actually start with something a little bit lighter, I think. In the world of hip hop, Cardi B, the Migos, and Nicki Minaj have kind of teamed up to put up a new song. Have you heard the song?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, do you like the song? Do you vibe with it?
I like that. It's like I like Migos. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I get it. I'm gonna say I get Migos, so I like it. It's straight.
So now, if there was any controversy with the song, we can kind of focus in on the ladies here. We don't have very many female artists as it is,
Right.
but the one thing I hate to see is the media kind of build tension between them.
Right.
So, you know, Nicki's been doing this for a long time. Cardi's the rookie in the situation, and it seems like a lot of people are trying to play them against each other based off of where they are in their careers.
Definitely.
If you had to pick, whose verse do you think was better on that particular track?
Man, Cardi flow on that bitch. Like, Cardi flow on that bitch. Like, I like Cardi flow. I kind of, like, this the thing. Like, how Cardi kind of in your face with it. So it's like, the lines and shit she was saying, you catch them. I listened to that bit like 3 times.
Right.
And Nicki kind of got some older references that I feel like people ain't gonna catch.
Right.
That was kind of cold. But just Cardi flow, I like both of their verses, both of them did their thing, shout out to both of them, but you know, I like Cardi flow, I like how Cardi was rapping on that thing.
Nice stuff, and I always ask this too, you know, Migos being in the position that they're in, they're the ones that are kind of pulling this whole thing together. Do you think it was intentional for the best, you know, I mean for the best, where it's kind of like,
yes.
Or do you think they're like keeping up the beef with it? What do you think it is?
They're geniuses for that. Like, are you kidding me? Why not get both of them on the same song? Like, that is marketing, promotion, genius. Like, I'm like, I saw it, you know, I saw it a little late, like 3 in the morning, I'm just scrolling. I'm like, oh, these boys done got both of them on the same song, that's rock. Like, that's rock. Like, yeah, I feel like that's intentional. You knew what you was doing, you knew you gonna hit with that, you gonna make that bag. Like, why not?
Nice. Now, are you kind of hopeful that Nicki and Cardi will put out a song of their own, or do you think it might be like a bad spin-off depending on the feedback from this one?
I mean, I'm thinking people gonna try to play it and pit them against each other, but I like to see them do a joint together. Like, I think that'd be dope for the culture. Like, Cardi, like, I slept on Cardi. Like, Cardi kind of that one right now. Like, it just is what it is.
Right.
Like, I think it'd be dope for the culture if they did something together.
That's what's up, that's what's up. Like I said, I always respect female artists. There's not too many of us that are able to put themselves in a position without somebody putting you there.
Right.
Or having to do things outside of your person to get there. So big shout out to both of you ladies. I hope this song is just as successful as everything else that you have going on. Don't let the media stop y'all from doing what y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? Now we'll move into something, I guess, a little more serious. You know, being in Baton Rouge, going to a lot of the HBCUs, actually experiencing that campus life, you know, being a part of Southern's homecoming, actually going out to Grambling, traveling to HBCUs in our area. I know you can kind of directly relate to the tragedy that occurred during Grambling's homecoming. 2 lives were taken.
Yeah.
I guess being in Baton Rouge, we kind of experience that same type of hardship a lot more often than not. And it's not just in Baton Rouge, but our city isn't exactly big enough for a lot of the things that go on in it.
Yeah.
If you had to give any type of advice to help those students overcome that tragedy, or at least feel a little bit better in their day-to-day adjustments, what would you tell them, or how would you, I guess, put it for them to be able to relate to each other a little bit better?
Yeah, it's sad. That was crazy. I actually got a partner that went to Grambling, and he sent me video footage of the stuff somebody sent him. But man, when you going away, if you're not from Grambling, like when you going away to college, like it's like an extended family you develop with some people, your friends, you know what I'm saying, on campus. And I mean, just stick together, be each other's backbone, like, you know what I'm saying, be there for each other, be able to grieve with each other, because it's like, there's no telling how many people like knew those people, how influential they were on campus, the 2 lives that were lost. So, you know, vent to each other, be able to talk about it. Like, you know, that be each other's family, you know, extended family. That's what I say.
Right, don't pretend like it didn't happen. Don't move around like everything's okay. Like, express it. Talk to each other. Let it be known that it's not okay for these type of things to happen.
Right.
So I love that point of view. I love the fact that we all kind of agree that in order for things like this to stop happening or to overturn after they've happened, we have to be mature enough to actually express the fact that there's a problem.
Yeah, it has to be dialogue involved. Like, that's the only way, you know, a resolution can occur. Like, if we just act like it's just another murder.
Another shooting.
You know, like, nothing's gonna change. You have to talk about it.
Right. Now, I know that you're a fresh dude, you know what I'm saying? Most of the artists out here, even on that chill, from the kicks to the sweaters, and I can call buku names, you heard me. But fashion-wise, we're gonna talk fashion for a minute. So I ain't never really seen you have stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even though you chill, like you fresh right now in the all black and gold, you heard me? But look, we're gonna talk in the world of fashion for a little bit, because being an artist, being in the entertainment industry, whether we want it or not, we kind of fall into the focal point of fashion. What we wear, what we do, it gets put on the front page and everybody mimics it or they hate it, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna touch fashion. There's a 14-year-old Russian model who was on a 3-month assignment in Shanghai, China. A beautiful little girl. She was on a 12-hour fashion show assignment. 12 hours. She collapsed, and 2 days later she died. She died of utter exhaustion. First of all, my heart goes out to the family. You do have our condolences, because when you start talking business and pressure and putting children in positions that they can't really handle, or I guess more so, they're not able to express the fact that they're overworked and be taken seriously. You know, being a parent and knowing that your daughter, your nieces, you know, your sisters might come up and look at it and go, okay, I want to model. I want to be a part of that fashion world. I want to be that girl on the magazine. How does it make you feel knowing that we could potentially be exploiting our children and hurting them more than we're helping them in that sense?
Man. First thing, now being a father, first thing I think about my daughter was in that position, I'd be going to China.
Right.
We going all the way platinum. Like we going all the way mayhem behind it. Like so it's like, but then just looking at it, like I read the article yesterday. I saw like the girl was like telling, you know, I don't know if it was a mom or family member that she needed sleep, like, you know, she needed a break. So it's really like, you gotta be aware of those signs. Like, you can't like not take it serious. If she calling you, telling you that, you know, it's kind of pay attention to those signs, because you never know what you could have done to help the situation, and she may still be here. So I mean, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
I don't know
14.
I don't know too many adults that you can put on a fashion show, because I don't think people realize how much pressure male or female models are under, from their physique to the schedules they keep to actually having to, repetition will drive you crazy. Having to do the same stuff over and over and over again. When you love it, it's perfect. But when somebody is more so encouraging you to do it, at 14 you have a passion for something, but is it so much so where you're forcing yourself to do something for a 3-month turn that ends up in a 12-hour shift? Like, what 14-year-old asks for that?
Yeah, you're right.
So for me, it's just disheartening for the adults in the situation. You know, don't push these kids so hard. Fashion is around us, it's who we are, it's self-expression, but I don't think we're supposed to put that much pressure on children.
Right, I agree.
Now, as an artist, and I ask you this too, as an artist, understanding, I guess, the fashion world does collide with the music world. Do you see yourself ever transitioning at all into the fashion world?
What? Man, I want to create women's jeans now in my head. Like, I love it. Like, I feel like I want to create stuff for women. Like, like, I don't know, like a brand. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to fit and, you know, accent the right, you know, but the right curves. But yeah, definitely, because it's like, man, people looking at that. Like, another thing.
Really about to reinvent the apple bottom. Y'all better do that.
But it's like another thing for young artists. Like, man, people look at that. Like, you hit stage, like, I ain't saying you gotta be out extra and then, but yeah, make sure you tight, because people, that's the first thing they see. Before you say a word, you walk up there like,
your appearance.
Oh, I like his whatever. It don't matter what jacket, shoe, whatever. Okay, let me see what he's talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I'm into that. I definitely want delve into that world at some point.
That's what's up. Now we're gonna get ready to close out, but we always play this word game that a friend of mine suggested a while back, and I think it's catching on. It's called Word Association, and basically what we do, I drop artist names, events, places, local, mainstream, whatever, athletes, nobody, nothing's off limits. You get about 3 seconds to kind of give me a word that you feel like best describes, or that person, place, or thing is best associated with.
All right.
You wanna play?
One word, or can it be a phrase? Like, I ain't trying to go extra.
Hold on, let me ask the panel. Panel, we're doing words, phrases.
Like, ain't gonna be a sentence, and then, you
phrases.
know.
We play it how it goes.
All right, there
My
you
man,
go.
100 grand, yeah.
All right, so we'll get started. You ready?
I'm ready.
The Varsity Theater,
Man, the Mecca,
Tupac,
the GOAT,
Cardi B,
hot.
Kobe Bryant,
The GOAT to me, I'm sorry.
Trill Film,
A staple.
Sean Elliott,
Boy is a genius.
Young Gage,
Another genius.
TheAntidote.com,
Dope site.
Fade the Flow,
Favorite dope event.
The Bando,
Ooh. Hot. Maybe the hottest event in the city.
The Nerdy Bird site,
Dopest blog I've seen.
White Jesus,
Trash.
Baton Rouge,
Melting pot.
and Southern University.
That yard.
Yeah, you got it right here, your girl. Tell me of the Nerdy Bird site. Kicking it with my boy L Franchise.
Yeah.
Thanks to TheAntidote.com. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. It's up.
It's up.